Hello, dear TET and DSC candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I am going to teach you about the most important uses of the definite article the. And this grammatical aspect is going to be very useful and helpful to you for all your competitive examinations. I therefore request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your near and dear ones. Thank you. And now let's get into the video. This video is in continuation with the previous part 1 video on the uses of the definite article. So therefore the serial number has begun in this video from 9. Actually, in that video, 18 plus 8, 26 rules were discussed. 18 brief rules and 8 detailed rules. In that way, in the first video, you can find all put together 26 rules. Okay, and in this video, I'm going to explain to you as many as 27 rules. Okay, therefore, the rule number begins from 9. Okay, what is this rule? Before a proper noun, to make it a common noun. This is going to be a very important rule. So what does the rule say? The rule says before a proper noun that to make it a common noun. Then what is a proper noun? A proper noun is nothing but the particular name of a person, the particular name of a thing, the particular name of a place. Only the particular names of persons, places, things are called proper nouns. Okay, proper nouns. My name is Koresh Babu. So mine is this Koresh Babu is a proper noun. His name is Rakesh. His name is Malesh. Or her name is Sheila. Her name is Sunita. What are they? They are all proper nouns. Proper nouns means own names. Own names are called proper nouns. And for places also we have particular names. Yes, Hyderabad is the particular name of this place. Warangal is the particular name of this place. Chautupal is the particular name of this place. And Nalgonda is the particular name of the town. So in this way, all particular names of places are also called proper nouns. And here, all particular names of things are also called proper nouns. See, Usha fan is there. Usha is what? The particular name of a fan. Maruti is there, is the particular name of that car. Okay, Havels is there, is the particular name of that fan. Okay, so like that. So things also have particular names, and in this way, particular names of persons, particular names of places, particular names of things are called proper nouns. And whenever you use the definite article before such proper nouns, they become common noun. Common noun means names given commonly to the persons, places, things. I need not tell you all these things very clearly because that is very easy to understand. Common noun means name given to a person commonly, to a thing commonly, to a place commonly. Okay, as that is there, right? And here let me give you one example to make you understand this. And here this rule applies only while comparing two persons or two things or something like that. So how? Here you pay attention for general comparisons. Whenever you happen to compare two persons in a general way, then you should use either a or an. Please keep this rule in your mind very carefully, right? And how? Here you pay attention. The landlord was Hitler of the area once upon a time. The landlord was Hitler of the area once upon a time. Here Hitler, you are comparing this landlord with this Hitler, but when you are comparing this landlord with Hitler, you must use, it's a general comparison. Anybody can be a Hitler. And Mr. X can be a Hitler, you can be a Hitler, I can be a Hitler. Hitler means one who is very cruel towards others, one who behaves like a dictator. So that is the meaning of this this Hitler. And here this landlord was Hitler. This part is wrong. What you have to say is the landlord was a Hitler because it's a general comparison. Therefore, you are using a before this Hitler. Landlord was a Hitler. Mr. X is a Hitler. Oh, that man is a Hitler. Hitler means he behaves like a Hitler. Hitler, what kind of man was a Hitler? Hitler was a very cruel and merciless man. Okay, so he was also like that. That is the meaning it conveys. And therefore, the landlord was a Hitler of the area once upon a time. Right. And here we are taking one more example. Prakash is the Elon Musk of the town. So here, what is that? Here you are comparing Prakash with Elon Musk. Elon Musk is what? Is a very rich man, very, very rich man. Yes, he is the number one wealthiest man in the world. You know that very well. So here you are comparing this Prakash with Elon Musk in riches, and here then you should not use any definite article because a common comparison, because whoever is rich is called an Elon Musk. Mr. Mohan is an Elon Musk. Mr. Ellaya is also an Elon Musk. Means Elon Musk is a symbol of riches, is a symbol of what's wealth. So you are comparing that man with that person means he is also a very rich man like Elon Musk. That is what you are trying to say. Sometimes you say that. Then here you should not use this definite article. You have to use what? Yes, Prakash is an Elon Musk. It's a general comparison. General comparison can be applied to anybody. Anybody can be an Elon Musk. Anybody can be a Hitler. So this is not. This is general. That's why you have to use either a or an, right? And here you go to the next one. What is the next one here? Divya is Aishwarya Rai of the class. So here you are comparing Divya with Aishwarya Rai, okay, in beauty. So that means Divya is as beautiful as Aishwarya Rai. So that is the meaning of this sentence. And here this construction of the sentence is grammatically incorrect. Why? Because here Divya is an Aishwarya Rai. You have to use a or an before this person because Divya is an Aishwarya Rai. Divya oka Aishwarya Rai. Anuka Aishwarya Rai means she is just like an Aishwarya Rai of this class. ఈ క్లాస్లో ఆమెకు ఐశ్వర్య రాయ్ రా. ఐశ్వర్య రాయ్ ఐశ్వర్య రాయ్ ఎంత అందంగా ఉంటుందో ఆమె అంత అందంగా ఉంటుందని చెప్పడమే. సో యు ఆర్ కంపేరింగ్ దిస్ దివ్య విత్ ఐశ్వర్య రాయ్. అండ్ వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ మేక్ జనరల్ కంపారిజన్స్ బిట్వీన్ ద పర్సన్స్ అండ్ ద పాపులర్ పర్సన్స్, then you have to use either a or an. So this is with regard to the general comparisons. You know, Hitler, Elon Musk, Aishwarya, these are all proper nouns, proper names. Now you have used what is that, an article here, and it has become a common noun. And anybody can be a Hitler, anybody can be an Elon Musk, anybody can be an Aishwarya Rai. So like that. Now let's move on to learn other things. And for fixed comparisons, we should use the definite article. For general comparisons, we should use a or an before the proper nouns. And for fixed comparisons, we have to use the definite article the. That point is there. Come on, and let's look at this. Kalidas was a Shakespeare of India. So here you are comparing Kalidas with Shakespeare. It is a fixed comparison. You cannot say Nannaya was a Shakespeare or what is the Tikkana was Shakespeare. You cannot say that. Only this can be applied only to this person only. Kalidasa was well compared with Shakespeare because Kalidasa was a great dramatist, Sanskrit dramatist, and Shakespeare was also a great English dramatist. That's why the comparison between them is fixed. You cannot say Nannaya was the Shakespeare or Tikkana was the Shakespeare, the Erra Pregada was the Shakespeare. You cannot say that, right? And here, but here this is wrong because you should not, since it is a fixed comparison, you should not use a or an. What should you use? You should use the definite article. Kalidasa was the Shakespeare of India. Kalidasa was the Shakespeare of India. That means just as Shakespeare was a dramatist in England, here Kalidasa was also a dramatist in India, something like that. So this is a fixed comparison. Therefore, you must use the definite article, not a or an, right? And one more fixed comparison. Mumbai is a Manchester of India. Mumbai is well called Manchester of India, but you are using a before that. This is not a general comparison. Only for a general comparison, you use a or an. For the fixed comparison, you have to use only the definite article. And here it must say Mumbai is the Manchester of India. Manchester of India means just like Manchester is famous for textiles, Mumbai is also famous for textiles. So that's why this Mumbai is only compared with Manchester. Mumbai is only called the Manchester of India, not Delhi is the Manchester of India, or Calcutta is the Manchester of India. Don't say that. That's not that. Only Mumbai is the Manchester of India. It's like that. You go to the last example. Kashmir is a Switzerland of India. Kashmir is compared with Switzerland. It's a fixed comparison, but we have wrongly used a before that. And what should we say? Kashmir is the Switzerland of India. Okay, it's a fixed comparison. Therefore, we have to use the definite article between this. So, Kashmir is the Switzerland of India. You cannot say Kulu Manali is the Switzerland of India or Ooty is the Switzerland of India. You cannot say that. Only Kashmir is called the Switzerland of India. So in this way, these are all the fixed comparisons. Before the fixed comparisons, we have to use the definite article. Before the general comparisons, we have to use a or an. Okay, this is the first rule. Now let's move on to learn other things. 10th one is there. Before the names of important public places, offices in a town or a city. Very simple, very easy. Because I am dealing only with the most important rules in this video from your TET and DSC examination point of view. And there are as many as 88 rules or 90 rules are there under this, okay? And I have dealt all of them in 6 videos. If possible, I'll mention the links of those videos under this video also. If you want, you can watch all of them, okay? Yes, according to the time that permits you, right? And here, before the names of important places, what are the important places? An accident occurred at Indira Park. Indira Park is there. It is an important public place. People gather there in the evenings, in the mornings, okay? And Indira Park in Hyderabad near Tanband. Okay, so but here definite article is not used before this, therefore it is a wrong sentence. At Indira Park you should not say. What should you say? At the Indira Park. The definite article must be used before that important public place. And similarly, a bomb exploded in railway station. Railway station is also a important public place. Therefore, you cannot say in railway station. What should you say? You should say in the railway station. That is that. And here, the police arrested him at High Court. High Court is an important public office. Okay, here at High Court you cannot say. You have to say at the High Court. The police arrested him at the High Court. Right. In this way, before the names of important public places and offices, we have to use the definite article. Okay, very simple. I move on to teach you other things. 11th rule. As an adverb with comparatives to indicate a proportionate increase or decrease. So in this rule, you are going to learn that the is going to be used as an adverb with comparatives to indicate a proportionate increase or decrease. Proportionate increase or proportionate decrease, equal ratio. Okay, and here according to this rule you are going to see that the is used in 2 places, at the beginning and in the middle, and it is always used just in front of a comparative adjective. Without the comparative adjective it should not be used. For example, the more I see her, suppose I have seen her this much, the more I like her. See, look at this example. The more I see her. So, more is a comparative adjective and the is used here. And again, the is used here along with this comparative adjective. So, more comparative, the. So, the style of the sentence is like this. The structure of the sentence is like this. The more I see her, enta ekkuvaga amenu chuste, the more I like her. Anta ekkuvaga naka ishtam anpistundi. That means, if I see her for 1 hour, okay, if I see her for 1 hour, I like her for 1 hour only. If I see her for 2 hours, I like her for 2 hours only. If I see her for 4 hours, I like her for 4 hours only. That means 1:1. 1:1. It's like that. That means, proportionate increase or decrease. The more I see her, ఎంత ఎక్కువగా ఆమెను చూస్తే అంత ఎక్కువగా నేను ఆమెను ఇష్టపడుతున్నాను. Sometimes you can also say like this. What is that? Yes, the more I see her, okay, the more I see her, the less I like her. The less I like her. It can be like this also. The more I see her, ఆమెను ఎంత ఎక్కువగా చూస్తే, the less I like her. నేను అంతే తక్కువగా ఆమెను ఇష్టపడుతున్నా. 1 గంట సేపు ఎక్కువ చూస్తే గంట సేపే తక్కువ ఇష్టపడుతున్నా. 2 గంటల సేపు చూస్తే 2 గంటలంత తక్కువ. 5 గంటలు చూస్తే 5 గంటలంత. Proportionate increase or decrease. So in this way, the more, but see the construction of the sentence. The is used at the beginning and in the middle of the sentence. And moreover, it is used with a comparative adjective. Please have a look at this. Okay. Hope you have understood the construction of the sentence according to this rule. I'll give you 2-3 examples to make you understand this. Afterwards, we go to learn other things. Okay. So in the examination, the sentence will be given like this. The older we grow, wiser we become. So here comparative is there, but only one, before this comparative one, the is there. One definite article is used, but here also he should have used the definite article, but it is missing here. Therefore this part is wrong. And what should be the right one here? The older we grow, the wiser we become. ఎంత వయసు మళ్ళితే అంత తెలివైన వాళ్ళం అవుతాం. ఒక 10 ఏళ్ల వయసు మళ్ళితే 10 ఏళ్ల తెలివి, 20 ఏళ్ల వయసు మళ్ళితే 20 ఏళ్ల తెలివి, 30 ఏళ్ల వయసు మళ్ళితే 30 ఏళ్ల తెలివి, ఎంత అయితే అంత. ఎంత వయసు మళ్ళితే అంత తెలివి, ఎంతో అంత. So in such constructions it is used. The is used here and here, right? And you go to the next one. The less the luggage, more the comfort. So again the sentence is given in a wrong way. So here the less is a comparative adjective, the is okay, and here the less the luggage, more comfort. So here comparative adjective is there, but the is missing here, just like this sentence. Okay, so it should be like this: the less the luggage, the more the comfort. Luggage enta takkuvaite sukamu antante ekkuva. 2 మూటలతో బస్సు ఎక్కితే నీకు 2 మూటలంతా చాలా సుఖంగా ఉంటుంది. ఒక మూటతో ఎక్కితే మరీ సుఖం ఎక్కువ. 10 మూటలు పెట్టుకొని బస్సు ఎక్కితే ఎట్లుండాలి? ఇమాజిన్ దట్. అవన్నీ ఎక్కించి మళ్ళీ దాటి దించేటప్పుడు ఎంత కష్టం. సో ద లెస్ ద లగేజ్, ద మోర్ ద కంఫర్ట్. లగేజ్ ఎంత తక్కువ అయితే అంత సుఖం ఎక్కువ. దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఈస్ స్లోగన్, రైట్? More they get, the more they want. So here the more, this is given correctly, but here it is not given correctly. So you have to say that the more the more they get, the more they want. So you can understand this. ఎంత వాళ్ళకి వస్తే అంత ఎక్కువ కావాలను, ఎంత వస్తే ఇంకా ఎంత ఎక్కువ కావాలంట. 1,00,000 రూపాయలు వస్తే ఇంకా 1,00,000 రూపాయలు కావాలంటున్నా. 1,00,00,000 రూపాయలు వస్తే 1,00,00,000 రూపాయలు. Something like that. So it's an important one from all your competitive examinations point of view. Okay, now let's move on to learn other things. 12th one, before the names of wars and battles. It's very simple and direct. Wars you know very well, and the First World War, the Second World War. Okay, so First World War is there. Okay, First World War. You cannot say simply First World War. You have to say the First World War. The second, you cannot simply say Second World War. You have to say the First World War, the Second World War, the Russia-Ukraine War. If it's a war, use before that war the name of the title of that war. Also battles are there. The Battle of Kalinga, the Battle of First Terrain, the Battle of Second Terrain, the Battle of Plassey. You know, many battles are there. So before all of them we have to use the definite article. So here I'm going to give you 1 or 2 examples and leave you. Okay, and here this one is there, Russia-Ukraine war. So before this war, the name of this war, no article is used. This is not used. Therefore, this is wrong. Russia-Ukraine war started on 24th February 2022. Right? You had better say the Russia-Ukraine war. Don't simply say Russia-Ukraine war, but the Russia-Ukraine war. So, grammatically speaking, strictly speaking, we have to say like this only. Right? And Battle of Plassey was fought under the leadership of Robert Clive. You cannot simply say Battle of Plassey. You have to say the Battle of Plassey, right? And last example, First World War ended in 1918. Okay, First World War, you cannot say that. It's a war. You cannot say that. What should you say? The First World War. So in this way, before the names of wars and battles, we must use the definite article. Okay, and now let's move on to learn other things. And the 13th rule is there. Before the names of official organizations are there. Okay, there are several. WHO is there, World Health Organization. Okay, and ILO is there, International Labor Organization. There are several organizations in the world, popular organizations. Before the names of all those official organizations, we must use the definite article. Here I am going to give you some examples. UNO, here is a UNO promotes peace among the nations of the world. So you cannot simply say United Nations Organization. Before that, you cannot simply say definite article must be used. So, but you cannot say simply UNO, right? You have to say UNO promotes peace among the nations of the world. So similarly, ILO was founded in October 1919 under the League of Nations. You cannot simply say ILO, International Labor Organization. You have to say the ILO was founded in October 1919, like that. And here, who promotes health and strives for the world safety? Okay, World Health Organization promotes. So you cannot simply say that. You have to say the WHO promotes health and strives for the world safety. So in this way, UNO, ILO, WHO, there are many international organizations, before the names of those organizations, we have to use the definite article, right? And now let's move on to learn other things. 14th one, before the names of hotels, pubs, inns, restaurants. It's also a direct rule, no problem at all. But from the examination point of view, this is going to be an important one. So that's why I have mentioned here. And here you pay attention. Last time we stayed in Ajanta Hotel. Ajanta Hotel is there. Before that, D is missing. The definite article is missing. We have to use it. We have to say in the Ajanta Hotel. Last time we stayed in the Ajanta Hotel, right? And after the meeting, we dined in King's Restaurant. This is King's Restaurant is the name of that restaurant. So we had better say in the King's Restaurant. The is there. Okay. And here, whenever I go to Mumbai, I stay in Taj Krishna. Okay. This is also a hotel, a pub, whatever it is. Okay. And here, see, in the Taj Krishna, you have to say. And here, he was attacked in Bran Brew pub. It is in Banjara Hills or somewhere. So it is in, he was attacked in Bran Brew pub. Okay. And we cannot say it's a pub. Before that, we have to use the definite article. He was attacked in the Bran Brew pub. So in this way, before the names of hotels, pubs, inns, restaurants, we must use the definite article. That's the rule. And now let's move on to learn other things. And 15th one is there. Before the names of spacecrafts, spaceships, satellites. Spacecrafts or spaceships or satellites, we have to use the definite article. It's also a direct rule, no problem at all. I'll give you some examples. Aryabhatta is a satellite. Aryabhatta was India's first satellite. You cannot simply say Aryabhatta, but you have to say the Aryabhatta was India's first satellite. And next, US Space Shuttle operated from 1981 to 2011. So here US Space Shuttle, okay, you cannot simply say that, the US Space Shuttle, okay, and you go to the Orion, which carried the Artemis 1 flight, reached Earth safely. Very last year it happened, you know very well about that. Orion is there, it is what, a spacecraft, spaceship. So before that we have to use the definite article. The Orion, which carried the Artemis 1 flight, reached Earth safely. So in this way, before the names of spacecrafts, spaceships, both are the same, and satellites, we have to use the definite article. Now let's move on to learn other important rules. 16th one, before the names of valleys, it's also a direct one. Valleys, okay. Pulan Devi came from Chambal Valley. It's a Chambal Valley in Madhya Pradesh. Okay, you cannot simply say Chambal Valley, the Chambal Valley. Pulan Devi came from the Chambal Valley. So it's like that. Borra caves are in Araku Valley. In Telugu, Araku Loya is something. We say something. But in English, Araku Valley. So you cannot simply say Araku Valley, but you have to say the Araku Valley. Okay, right. Lug Valley is in Himachal Pradesh. Lug Valley. Whatever it is, if it is the name of a valley, the must be preceded by them. Okay, the Lug Valley is in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, one more rule is there. Before the names of government departments, this is going to be a very, very important one. Before the names of government departments. Government department means social welfare department, education department, irrigation department, agriculture department. There are varieties of, there are so many, as many as the 30-40 departments are there. Before all the names of these departments, we must use the definite article. Right. For example, I'll give you here the education department. I retired from the education department. Okay, the education department. So I have not written the complete sentence, but you can, because it is occupying more space and like that. Okay, here the social welfare department. He worked in the social welfare department. He worked in the social welfare department. Right. And last example, labor department. He retired from the labor department. So in this way, before all the departments, government departments, we have to use the definite article. This is an important aspect. Keep it in your mind. Okay, if you learn all these rules, what happens? No, they may not be given in the examination, but the grip over the use of the language improves a lot. Okay, and you don't make mistakes, grammatical mistakes, and your English will be flawless, and it will be very neat and all that. Okay, without mistakes. That's why I request all of you to learn all of them. Right, now let's move on to learn other things. 18th one, before the names of banks, it's also again a direct rule. Okay, my mother works in State Bank of India. You cannot simply say in State Bank of India. You have to say in the State Bank of India. Okay, and here they borrowed a loan from Union Bank of India. You cannot say simply Union Bank of India, but the Union Bank of India. Okay, so here they borrowed a loan from the Union Bank of India, right? And here she became president of World Bank. So it's also a bank. You cannot simply say like this. She became president of the World Bank. So in this way, before the names of the banks, whatever may be the bank, you must use the definite article before that. Okay, now let's move on to learn other things. 19th one, before the words indicating nationality. Indicating nationality, that's very important. And here, English is the nationality of the people of England. English is the nationality of the people of England. So, England, English, you know that very well. English are very reserved. Here, English is very reserved means you cannot say that. Before that, nationality, you have to say the English. The English means the people of England are very reserved. That is there. Right. And here, Indians is the nationality. Indian is there. India is a country. Indian is a nationality. Okay. Indians are very traditional people. So it is what a nationality. Before that, we have to use the definite article. The Indians are very traditional people. Right. And Japanese have the lowest rate of obesity among men and women. So in Japan, what is that? People suffering from obesity are less in both in men and women. Okay, so Japanese is the name of the nationality. Before that, you have to say the Japanese. The Japanese means the people of Japan. The Indians means the people of India. The English means the people of England. That is the meaning. So these are the before the nationality we have to use the definite article. Right. And now let's move on to learn other things. Before the names of Plato's are there. Okay, yes, Tibetan Plato, Deccan Plato. Plato means Pita Bhumi. You know that very well. So Plato, you have to say that. After that, so Tibetan Plato is known as the roof of the world. Before the name of this Plato, it's also a direct rule. So before that, we have to use the definite article. The Tibetan Plato is known as the roof of the world, right? And one more example, Deccan Plato, okay, Deccan Pita Bhumi is bounded on the east and west by Ghats. You cannot simply say Deccan Plato. We have to say the Deccan Plato. The Deccan Plato, right? And last example is Colorado Plateau is there. Is situated in the USA, right? Colorado Plateau, you cannot say, you have to say the Colorado Plateau. So in this way, before the names of Platos, there are so many Platos in the world. Before all the names of those Platos, you have to use the definite article, right? And now let's move on to learn other things. 21st rule, before the names of forces, you know, the Air Force, the Naval Force, the Army Force. There are only 3 forces, you know very well. Before the names of those forces, we have to use the definite article, right? My brother is working in the Indian Army. Indian Army is a force. Army Force. Okay, Indian Army. So you cannot say in Indian Army, but you have to say my brother is working in the Indian Army. That is the right one. And here, V.R. Chowdhury is the present Air Chief Marshal of Indian Air Force. You cannot simply say Indian Air Force. You have to say V.R. Chowdhury is the present Air Chief Marshal of the Indian Air Force. D is very important. D is very important. And we miss it. Okay. But it is wrong. My brother is working in Indian Navy. Don't say in Indian Navy, but you have to say in the Indian Navy. So in this way, before all these forces, okay, Naval Force, Army, what's that? Air Force and Army Force. These are only the 3 forces. So before all the names of those forces, we have to use the definite article. And now let's move on to learn the next rule. 22nd one, before the names of parts of the body, very important. Most of the people do not use the definite article before the names of the parts of the body. So here, the forehead, the face, the nose, the ears, okay, the chin, okay, the temple, okay, many parts, the right hand, the left hand, okay, the shoulders. You take any part of the body, and this, you know, this is very important because in the when the moles are mentioned in the certificates, you know, they say a mole is on the forehead, a mole is on the little finger, a mole is on the forefinger, the forefinger. on the chin, something like that, on the upper lip, on the lower lip. So before the parts of the body, we must use the definite article. And here that point is made clear here with the examples. In the yesterday's accident, he received head injuries. Don't simply say head injuries, but you have to say he received the head injuries. D is very important. And you go to the next example. I have a severe pain in right lower jaw. Jaw is there. Jaw. Right lower, this jaw. So you cannot say in right lower jaw, but you have to say in the right lower jaw. Similarly, there is a mole on upper lip. Don't simply say on upper lip, but you say on the upper lip. So in this way, before the names of, okay, the face is there. Face is the part of the body. The face, the nose, okay, the nose is there. The head is there, okay, okay, the chin is there, okay. See, these are all the parts of the body. So you have to use that. Okay, it's all right. Now let's move on to learn the next rule. Before the words indicating time, very, very important. Before the words indicating time, we must use the definite article. How? Let us see that. Morning is the, in the morning. You cannot simply say in morning. I wake up in morning. He came to me in morning. You cannot say that. You say in the morning. Morning is the word indicating time. Afternoon indicating time, in the afternoon. Similarly, in the evening, in the first week, in the first month. So this week, month indicating time. So like that. Year is the word indicating time, in the year, in the day, during the day. What is that? And in a few more words also, we use the definite article. How? Like this. At the beginning, beginning is also there. Beginning is not indicating any, it also indicates some time, beginning time. So at the beginning, at the outset, at the onset, okay, you know, in the long run, at the end, in the past, okay, and here in the future. So in these phrases also, we have to use, you cannot say at beginning. At the beginning, arambamulu. At the outset, arambamulu. At the onset, in the long run, finally. At the end, etakelaku. In the past, gatamulu. In the future, bhavishyatulu. Now let's move on to learn other things. Before the names of prizes and awards, okay, prizes and awards. Tagore was the first Asian to receive Nobel Prize. Before the Nobel Prize, you have to use the definite article, and therefore you have to say Tagore was the first Asian to receive the Nobel Prize. And similarly, at last Bharat Ratna was bestowed upon P.V. Narasimha Rao, the former Prime Minister of India. So very recently this happened, and you know, at last Bharat Ratna. Simply you cannot say Bharat Ratna. You have to say the Bharat Ratna. The Bharat Ratna was bestowed upon P.V. Narasimha Rao. Yes, that's like that. And you go to the next one. The celebrated playback singer Vani Jairam was awarded the Padma Bhushan Award posthumously. After death, if an award is given after the death of that particular person, that's called posthumously. Posthumous. So okay, Padma Bhushan award is there, and before that no article is used, you have to say the Padma Bhushan award. So in this way, before the awards and prizes, we have to the Pulitzer Prize, the Booker Prize. There are so many prizes, there are so many awards. Okay, before all of them, you have to use the definite article. And now let's move on to learn the next rule. 25th one. Before the names of titles, titles are there. Titles. Chief Minister, Prime Minister, President, okay, Minister, these are all the titles, Principal, many titles are there. So, Director, okay, Vice Chancellor, Commissioner, these are all the titles. Before those titles, we must use the definite article. Prime Minister has just now returned from G7 summit. You cannot simply say Prime Minister. What should you say? The Prime Minister. The rest of the sentence is okay. And you go to the next one. A group of entrepreneurs met a chief minister. You cannot simply say chief minister. It is a title. You have to say a group of entrepreneurs met the chief minister. The chief minister. Here one more example. President of Ukraine visited the USA. You cannot simply say President of Ukraine. You have to say the President of Ukraine. So in this way, before these titles, we should use the definite article, right? And now let's move on to learn the other examples. No need to use the definite article before the title when it is followed by the name of the person. If at all the name of the person is there with the title, we should not use any article. No definite article is used. Suppose here you say Prime Minister Modi. Modi's name is there. When this is there, you should not use any article before that. You cannot say the Prime Minister Modi, you should not say. Prime Minister Modi, enough. That is 100% correct. If this name is not there, then you say the Prime Minister. If the name is there, name of that person is there, then you simply say Prime Minister Modi was given rousing reception in Houston. President Putin name is given, then you should not use it. President Putin visited Kherson last week. Chairman Sharma, chairman is the title and followed by the name of the person. President followed by the name of the person, followed by the name of the person. That's why you should not use any article before that. Very important. Chairman Sharma resigned his chairmanship yesterday. And here Principal Jagannath, this is the title. Person is there, followed by the person. Therefore, Principal Jagannath retired from service last month. And here Chief Minister KCR is the founder and leader of BRS, a state party in India. And here Chief Minister KCR name is there. That's why you cannot say the Chief Minister KCR, no. The Principal Jagannath, no. The Chairman Sharma, the President Putin, the Prime Minister. When the names are there, don't use any article. Don't use the definite article. Please keep this rule in your mind. And now let's move on to learn other things. Before the university, only when it is followed by the name of its place. Before the university, when it is followed by the name of its place. Okay. Right? For example, let me give you here the University of Cambridge. Cambridge is the name of the place. Then the university. You cannot say the Cambridge University. It's wrong to say that. You cannot say the Cambridge University. You say the University of Cambridge. Okay. Similarly, the University of Oxford. You cannot say the Oxford University. The University of California. The California University. No, no, no. The University of Virginia. The Virginia University you should not say. Similarly, the University of Hyderabad. UOH. They say UOH or HO. Hyderabad University. University of Hyderabad. UOH is that thing. Then you have to say the UOH. The UOH. That's correct. The University of Hyderabad is correct. The Hyderabad University is not correct. The University of Delhi. The Delhi University is wrong. So you see that with the university, with the word university, if the name of the place is there, then you use the. Okay, not with name of the place before and after that the name, the word university is given. That means if the university, this word university is university, let me clearly give you the explanation. If the name of the place is given before this university, before the word university, you should not use any article, no article. After this, you can use the article. So here, after this name of the place is given. So here, before the university, this place is given. So here, you should not use any article. The Cambridge University is, but no, you have to see the Cambridge University itself is. So you should not use this thing. You have Cambridge University, Oxford University, California University, Virginia University, Hyderabad University, Delhi. Directly say that. Don't use the before them. But if the name of this place comes after this word university, then you have to use the definite article. Please keep this rule in your mind. And now let's move on to the next rule. The is not used before the name of the university when it is followed by the name of that person. If at all with this with the word university, the name of the person is there, thing. If at all the name of the person is there with the name of the with the word university, then you should not use any article. Okay. Here see, I postgraduated from the University of Usmania. Usmania is the name of a person. Therefore, the University of Usmania should not. It's the name of a person, not the name of a place. And therefore, what should you say? I postgraduated from Usmania University. You cannot say the University of Usmania. You cannot say Usmania University. Name first to be given and then this one. Okay. And she did PhD in the University of Mahatma Gandhi. You cannot say that. You have to say Mahatma Gandhi University. She worked in the University of Jayaprakash Narayana. You cannot say that. You say Jayaprakash Narayana University. So when the names of the persons are preceded by the word university, then you should not use any article before that. Okay. Usmania University enough. Mahatma Gandhi University enough. Jayaprakash University. You can say in the University of Jayaprakash Narayana, the University of Mahatma Gandhi, the University of don't say like this. Say like this. Keep this point in your mind. And now let's move on to learn other things. Before the name of fever flu. Before the name of fever flu, we should use only the definite article, not the indefinite article, right? Flu means a flu is a kind of commonly viral infection that can be deadly, especially in high risk groups. Okay, it is about flu. Okay, flu is a kind of cold fever like that. It is always preceded by the or without the. You can use the before that, and without the also is okay. But a or an cannot be used before that. It is not preceded by a or. You cannot say a flu. If you want to say the flu, you can say, or simply flu, you can say. But don't say a flu. That is there. Please keep this rule in your mind. He is now suffering from a flu. You cannot say from a flu. You can say he's suffering from the flu. You can say from flu directly. You can say by this preceded by. You can use the or without the. Okay, but a is not okay. Many people are infected with a flu. Wrong. You have to say infected with the flu or with the flu. Okay, and with this the video comes to an end. Please just look at these rules again and again and keep all these things in your mind. And thank you very much for watching this video. Hello dear TET and DSC candidates, thank you very much for watching this video, and with another beautiful video on the omission of articles. That's also a very, very important grammatical aspect from your TET and DSC examination point of view. I'm going to upload that very shortly. With that video, I shall be back to you. Until then, bye. See you, all of you. Right.